Mm. Oh, hello and welcome everybody. We're live, caught me sleeping there. But with me as always is Mr. Roby Watson
Hey, how's it going, guys?
and Mr. Nathan Connor.
You'll have to pardon me, I'm sick.
Yeah, he's a little ill. But this is the RSG Podcast. This is
And
60?
we don't cancel for anything.
That's right.
Never. For anything do we cancel.
Nothing.
Not once in our history.
Holidays, maybe, occasionally.
No.
Ever. No,
We
never.
don't believe in
That never
holidays.
happened.
Sometimes when we don't feel like it.
Didn't happen, bro.
Figments, imagination.
Right.
Oh, this is what, 16? 15?
15, bro. This is 15.
15.
15.
It's a good thing I work at a bank since I can count and everything. But anyway, we've got a lot, well, not really a lot to talk about tonight. We've got a few things. We want to kind of touch on the Charlie Hebdo stuff and the whole satire magazine of France that got shut up by two ridiculous extremists. And then the whitewashing of Hollywood, Scarlett Joe, confirmed. Major Kusanagi. It's ridiculous. I can't even say it without being a little disgusted. We got
all kinds of issues.
our three best movies, 2014.
You did
and
3?
Well,
5, sir.
five. Oh,
I did 10.
Well, he can make up for my lack of movies, but we have tons of terrible movies because it was, in fact, a terrible year for movies, in my opinion.
See, I disagree. I think I have 10 good ones and 5 bad ones. But there are others that I could put on either list as well that didn't quite make the cut.
Well, I'll be interested to hear your 10 good ones.
They're the best movies of the year.
Because you have spoken, they are the best.
That's how it goes.
All right. Well, do you guys want to get started with a little bit of the Charlie Hebdo stuff? I mean, there's not really a whole lot to talk on. Idiots are cray-cray. So.
People, right. Terrorists are bad. And they do bad shit.
I can't
Their
believe it.
lives are not dope. And they do not do dope shit.
Well, that being said, I do really appreciate the way that other satire cartoonists around France have reacted with even more satire. Because fuck you guys. So,
What else
I
could
was
you
very
do?
appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Well, you could be Sony.
Well, you bring a good point. And it's
Somebody's- Dude, your stuff is all messed up.
Yeah, I thought that was just me, but
You were like in and out there, Robbie. Start over again.
please.
okay. I don't remember now what I was saying. So you bring up a good point about Sony, and it seems like in a very similar fashion where they caved and Charlie Hebdo did not, but
Right.
they also paid the consequences
Right.
thereof.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
and Sony was unwilling to pay those consequences. So who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. You know, was standing up for their right worth those people's lives?
I think it's ridiculous that they even have to worry about that.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. It's ridiculous they have to worry about it. But the world's a shitty place, and it's full of
True.
shitty things. And as a result, you will always have to worry about shitty people doing shitty things. So,
Well, I guess it's up to the individual to decide that, but in my opinion, if you're going to bother having freedoms in the first place, then if they're important to you, then yeah,
It's true.
you got to fight for them. Even there's a price to be paid. It's just the way it works.
but I agree that there's a price to be paid. But the way it's always been in society is that not everyone pays that price. And usually you choose
Well, in the immortal
to pay
words.
that price.
In the immortal words of the band Iced Earth, freedom isn't free. Okay?
I don't have any idea who you're talking about.
Very few will get that reference, if any.
Okay.
Yeah, like very few of our listener base, which is also very few.
We had 8, I think, on our most recent YouTube video. We had 8.
Woo.
Right. So like
Yeah,
0.5%.
five of those are big.
I think.
You see how many people viewed the video.
Oh. Well, I think you're
I don't think
I
I've
think your
ever
percentage is
studied
a little
anymore.
generous.
Okay, so
But anyways,
I don't know. Like, did those people like? I suppose you can say by virtue of the fact that they worked there and they knew it happened, that they chose to stand up for their rights and pay that price.
well,
Regardless, they've paid the price now.
yeah, they
Right.
kept printing, they kept going. So
Right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's a job for some of those people, I imagine. You know what I mean?
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt that it's just a job. But you know,
What I thought was
you gotta know where you work and you gotta know who you're dealing with, and if,
Right.
you know, that's
Right.
kind of important.
if you're going to be a contractor on the Death Star, you got to know.
Right.
Yeah. If you take a job, you know what the risks are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But
I suppose that's true. You know.
to a certain extent, I mean, anybody can be pissed off about anything and then go overboard. But there is a long-standing history, for people basically being murdered for this kind of bullshit from these people. So
Right.
From the Ayatollah and stuff like that. So I mean, this isn't unknown. This isn't an unknown factor. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, there's some dude who's pissed off at a particular bank and blows up all those people that are working at that bank. That's a little different.
No,
Most
you're
of
absolutely right. This is not the first incident, so.
Right.
And I hate to say it won't be the last.
Sadly, it probably will not be the last.
Yeah.
But the only way that you get to have these freedoms is by continuing to do these things despite those things, despite
Right.
people. Because if you just crumble, then they can control you.
Oh, I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about that. It's crappy. People are crappy.
Yeah. It sucks.
This is basically what's going to happen. Christians are going to be this here pretty soon in our country.
That's an interesting thought.
That's what I think.
Said it myself many times.
Yeah.
All it takes is for the next David Koresh to roll around and start uttering the words "Holy War," and it's on.
I don't know. I'd
It only didn't
hope
happen
that.
before because they burned down David Koresh's compound before he got enough people involved.
Right.
We need to get you a new mic, Roby. Holy crap!
Is it the mic or is it the internet, you think?
It's
It could
only
be
when Roby talks.
it could be my internet access. Is it working now?
Yeah, just occasionally it kind of like does this weird like reverberation thing, and it echoes and sort of like cuts you off.
Sounds like you're a robot. Like
It does the same
microchips.
thing to me when you guys talk. I think it's just Google Hangouts are shitty.
We need to change this. Need to change it.
We do.
That's right.
No, we do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we can talk about conspiracy theories about crazy Christians later. It's kind of something a little more entertaining, a little more speed.
Yeah. The best and worst of 2014.
2014.
Oh, yes.
2014.
Movie time.
Yeah.
It was
talk
a
about
year.
movies.
It was a year for movies. A year.
Of the
There were
highest, of the
movies
highest
during
highs
this year.
and the lowest lows.
Lowest
You know,
lows. Sin City. What?
Dude,
Sorry. Didn't mean to ruin it.
movie so bad, so disappointing.
Well, you got the largest list, Ruby. Let's just go one by one. Like, we'll go like top one for each of us. So why don't you start us off, Ruby, with that?
Okay, the number one on my list this year, movies that I enjoyed the most, is my number one is Interstellar. It just is. It had its issues. I'm not going to argue that.
Wait, which one?
But
Yeah, which one?
Interstellar.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, Interstellar. Did I cut out again?
you did.
man.
You did.
You did.
Okay, Interstellar is my number one movie. It has its flaws. It is, but for what it was, it was the movie I enjoyed the most this year.
All right,
I thought
Ryan.
that the fact that it was original content and a story that we hadn't heard before was a good thing.
True. It was, very rare do we actually get original content in Hollywood these days.
That's true.
I mean, it's a sad truth.
All right, who got your number one, Ryan?
My number one would probably have to be Guardians of the Galaxy. And I know it's kind of, cheap out because it's a Marvel movie, but I really liked it. I was looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it, and then when it came out, I was not disappointed. So, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a solid choice. No one's going to argue with that. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that.
Yeah. My number one was also Interstellar for basically the same reasons. I mean, it was original content. It was well thought out. I really loved the visualization of the science in it, and I really liked the cast. The actors they chose were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. Just a really good movie all around.
Yeah, I agree. The cast was really good, and they had a lot of really good scenes in Interstellar. McConaughey was fantastic, I thought.
Matt Damon.
I really like the music too. The music
movie.
was a really good job of just making you really feel the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes I thought the music was a little too loud, but yeah, I felt in some instances it was hard to hear other things over the music that were kind of important to know.
Okay.
But it didn't ruin the movie for me, obviously.
Yeah.
My number 2 movie of the year, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Ooh.
Solid
Okay.
choice.
It was just good. It was a good movie altogether. Aside from being a Marvel superhero movie, still a good spy movie.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that they took
Take
it
note, Marvel.
in kind of a different
Sony.
direction with it. You know what I mean? Oh, we don't talk to Sony. The only notes we want Sony to take are getting out of the business.
Say what?
You were cutting out like a motherfucker.
All right, I'm just trying to fix
we'll
this.
work on it.
Well, I guess I'll start with my number 2 then while he's
Okay.
fixing stuff. But my number 2 is actually Snowpiercer.
Really?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that one. I'm ashamed.
It was fantastic.
What?
Part of the reason why I liked it. What?
You still haven't seen Snowpiercer, Ryan?
Oh.
I know. I'm ashamed. It's,
Listen, Snowpiercer was again. Well, I can't really call it an original idea because I mean, it was definitely taken from a book, but it was original to the silver screen, I guess you could say. But it was really well done, and I really liked it because it didn't concede to the Hollywood happy ending ideal.
okay.
Yeah, it was really good for that, and not just for that, but it was very on point with the current social situation, the way things are. You know what I mean? It seemed like a believable outcome almost, even.
Very believable, yeah. It had a different take on the whole post-apocalyptic sort of world idea, completely new, and just really well executed. And again, it like Roby said, it was definitely making a statement about today's sort of I don't know, I guess society hierarchy.
Right.
Hierarchy, yeah.
Yeah, the whole topic of income inequality and the 1% and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All those sorts of things it had a good take on.
Yep. Really.
And an interesting representation. And I loved the fight scene in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Some of the actual well, not just the fight scenes in general. This is no martial arts movie, but it was very gritty and very the way they did things was really the tactics they came up with and everything were very I don't know, very ingenious, really.
Yeah.
It was just really cool. Yeah, definitely worth a watch. Ryan, you should definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. It's my number 2.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
You
guys want to know my number 2?
What's your number 2?
Oh, Roby, you didn't get to finish your number 2.
My number 2 is Captain America: Winter Soldier. I was basically done. We all know how awesome that movie was. Everyone knows. Super good.
It's pretty much it.
Didn't you give me your number 2 before Ryan? Carry on.
No.
Okay.
My number 2 is Tusk.
Wow,
not
number
for the
2.
sheer quality.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not.
All right. Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I mean, it's not an Oscar winner, but it's an original idea from a podcast, and I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Plus, it was ridiculous to see Mr. Tusk and can't think of his name right now. And
Justin Long.
Well, yeah, no, the guy he was fighting, Michael Parks.
Oh, Michael Parks, yes.
Yeah, it was awesome to see them two duke it out at the end as walruses, walrusi, two walrus. Yeah. I don't know what the plural is.
I think it's just walruses, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. No, Tusk was good. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure it's number 2 on my list good, but I can.
To be a walrus, you must swim. Animal Preserve, dude.
Wow, yes, at the end. Oh, wow. Okay. My number 3 was Guardians of the Galaxy. We've already talked about it. Really good movie. Felt third best movie of the year. Connor, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Wait, you're wrong. That's number 2.
No, Snowpiercer is number 2. Snowpiercer is number 2. Captain America was really, really, really good, and it was a fight for the number 2 spot. But I think in the end, Captain America was excellent. It was an excellent flick. Besides being a Marvel flick, it was actually just a good movie. But I feel like Snowpiercer was more original for obvious reasons.
Right.
And just really well executed. I just liked it a little bit better, in the end. But
all right, fair enough. Ryan, what you got number 3, man?
Fury.
Oh.
Ryan is really shaking it up here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fury was my number 3. I really enjoyed it. What really sunk that movie for me was the awkward silence and the awkward scenes and just the tension when they were in that little German town with the mother and daughter. That just the overall feel of it. It's almost like you see Saving Private Ryan, you see how things really were in times of war, then you see this movie, and soldiers are soldiers, and I think this is a great representation of kind of what it was really like. Obviously I wasn't there, but if I was there and I was in a tank, your life expectancy, especially when your tanks are not nearly as awesome as the German tanks.
Right.
I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it told a very good story. Granted, it's a story that we've all seen before, but good actors. I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I thought the Beef was fantastic in it.
Yes.
He was fantastic. I never thought the Beef was a bad actor, though.
I see. Sometimes I think he is, but I think sometimes he just doesn't try. Because I've seen the Beef in some things that I loved him in, and then other times I'm like, Beef, what are you doing in this movie, man? You're just ruining this thing.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. But he was really good in it. The guy from Walking Dead was really good in it.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was him until you pointed out the end. I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then after that, I saw it every time. But
right.
Well, I think what I was listening to an interview with the Beef about what he went through for that part. It's pretty intense what he did.
Yeah.
To get ready for that part. So, he's a method actor though, so it's to be expected.
Right.
Right.
And the one thing about the Beef is that you can't fault him because he does care about his craft.
He does. He really does.
Yeah.
It's a little weird, but he does care about his craft. So.
Yeah.
And no, I think Fury is an excellent choice.
Yeah, no, Fury is a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My number 4 is Gone Girl.
It's my number 4 as well.
I actually did not see it yet, so I can't put that on my list.
It was an excellent psychological thriller, and I love the way they sort of told it as two tales of the same events breaking down. You know what I mean? And I love how you can look at the journal entries that she's faking, and they seem so real and so plausible in the first half of the movie, and in the second half of the movie, it just seems so fake. They did a really good job of building the atmosphere and all that sort of things. Great movie, great psychological thriller.
Definitely, that's a solid 4. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, what's your 4, Connor?
Guardians of the Galaxy was my 4.
Ooga chaka, ooga.
It's a fantastic movie. I think what I liked about Guardians is what comes next. I think.
Yeah.
there's a lot of things it would have placed higher, but there's a lot of things I think they could have done better. But it was really fun and it was really good, and I think it has a lot of. It made my number 4 because it has a lot of promise of what's to come with that particular movie series.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm excited for it.
Yep. All right. My number 5 is going to be a surprise, I think. I went with Days of Future Past at number 5.
Wow.
Ooh.
Really?
Don't know if I agree with you on that.
Wow.
That's fair enough. And I sort of put Days of Future Past at number 5 for the same reason that you put Guardians of the Galaxy. It made me almost excited to see what Fox will do next with this new X-Men universe that they've given themselves.
All right, that's fair enough. That's pretty.
I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the way they finally, because part of the thing about the X-Men has always been them using teamwork in their fighting, and they finally got around to putting some of that in this movie.
Oh yeah, and it was awesomely done too.
Right, where they use where Blink is moving people around or putting shots out into the middle of the air or whatever. They finally got some teamwork going in this movie, which I thought was good.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean, it had its flaws as well. I thought Jennifer Lawrence was pretty weak overall in the movie, but it gave me hope that maybe they can reset the X-Men and do something good with them in the future, still in the hands of Fox.
I agree that Jennifer Lawrence was a bit weak in the movie, but I felt like they didn't really give her a lot to work with. Her part seemed like it should have been stronger than what it was in general.
This is true.
That's okay, because it was sort of made up for by Trask, who was, oh jeez.
Yeah, he was really good. And I do love the fact that they never made mention of the fact that he was a midget and he was small people.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Right.
He just was who he was, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
Every time I saw him though in theater, and my head was just that Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. I couldn't help it.
Oh man. All right, Connor, what's your number 5?
My number 5 was John Wick.
Oh yeah.
My number 5 was John Wick. Now,
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was nearly number 4, but the fact is that just not a good actor. Just not a good actor.
Fucking Keanu. God damn it, Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is just not a good actor.
Yeah, but this was a perfect role for him.
It was almost a perfect role for him. There were some parts where he had to be all emotional, and he's not very good at that. So I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good rebirth of the old school sort of action flick.
A revenge movie, yeah.
Yeah, in the end, the main character's motivations for the movie are sort of put into perspective at one point, and they don't seem all that oh, you're actually just kind of an a-hole.
Right.
But it didn't matter because he was a badass, and that's what really
Right.
That's what causes you to be awesome in those kind of movies. So again, I think if they had actually got a decent actor for the part, it would have been a fantastic movie.
See, I
as
would
it
have
was,
cast instead of Keanu.
choose somebody.
I could choose anybody. The Beef.
The Beef would have done a better job.
I don't think so.
He could have done a better job. Let's put it that way.
Huh.
See, I think Keanu's perfect for looking like he knows he should feel more emotional than he does, but in the end, you sort of realize that he doesn't feel more emotional because he's just a fucked up dude.
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
All right, I don't know what the deal is.
But just adding on to what Ruby was saying, that there was one part in the movie where he did angry pretty well, but the rest of it he was just Keanu being silent and as stoic as possible for Keanu.
Right.
Keanu's stoic just looks like dirt.
Yeah.
That's my 5. What's your 5, Ryan?
My 5 is Edge of Tomorrow.
Good choice.
Yep, good choice.
I really liked it. I didn't much care for the Hollywood ending, but up until the end, it was awesome.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason why it wasn't on my list. Was the ending.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If the last 5 minutes of that movie didn't exist, it would have been my number 2 probably.
Yeah.
Or
Probably.
at least if the director's cut came out DVD-wise and it had the ending it should have had. Would have been cool. But it didn't.
Yeah. That could have been a fantastic. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
Up until the end. But anyway. All right, Robbie, you have a bunch more in the top slot, so we'll just let you go from this point because I don't really have anything else. I think my number 6 would have been would have been
Godzilla.
Godzilla. See, I don't have Godzilla in my top 10. It's probably 11 or 12, but I don't have it in my top 10.
What's your
the rest of my top 10 we've basically talked about, except
Fury?
for
A Million Ways to Die in the West?
no, that's an
Really
awesome
didn't like it?
brand. It's like it's just a middle of the road movie. I liked it, but I don't think it's top 10 material.
yeah?
Okay, fair enough.
Other movies I have on my top 10 list are Knights of Badassdom.
Yes.
I have Wicked 6, Knights of Badassdom at 7. Then I have
Wait,
Edge of
what do you have?
Tomorrow at 8.
What did you say? You had what at 6?
John Wick.
Oh, John Wick at 6. Okay.
Yeah. And then Knights of Badassdom at 7, Edge of Tomorrow at 8,
Uh-huh.
and then Nymphomaniac at 10.
I never watched Nymphomaniac, so I can't comment on that.
It was a
Nymph-
fascinating study, I think, on the way society views sex,
Okay.
and also
Good.
the
Wait, say
Beatles
that,
did it
say that
again.
again, Ruben?
I thought it was a fascinating study on the way that society views sex in general, especially as a woman.
You're not a woman.
So
Well,
it's interesting for me to
how can you
see.
see it as a woman?
I think the movie portrays it as a woman. About a
Oh.
woman.
No, I totally understood what you're saying, but I just,
I know you did, but you're just an asshole. I hate you.
ASSHOLE.
All right, so that rounds out my top 10 list.
Wait, what was 10?
Nymphomaniac was 10.
What was 9?
I mentioned 9, didn't I? What's more?
I think you might have cut out for 9.
Maybe I can't count.
Thought Nymphomaniac.
No, Snowpiercer was 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. All right, now we got to go to the worst. There's a lot to pull from here, but
Yep.
these are only the bad ones that I saw.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
My number 1 most disappointing movie of the year, Sin City 2, hands down.
Yes.
It was the movie I had the highest expectations for and was the most disappointed in.
Terrible movie.
I think I would have agreed with you had I not heard, like, the day before we went to see the movie that the reviews were effing terrible. And
That's why you don't read reviews.
I didn't read them. I only heard
Okay.
that they were bad. Yeah. So I was able to curb my enthusiasm for it before going into the movie. So otherwise, it'd probably be my number 1 as well. I loved the first Sin City. Loved it.
Yeah.
And this was just it was just really bad. I mean, even if I wasn't looking forward to this movie, it would make the top 5. That's how bad it was.
Agreed.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness for Eva Green, right? But it seemed like even that was too much. Even her body was too much. You got tired of it.
We've decided that Eva Green being topless is the herald to the doom of your movie.
Yeah.
Because she makes yet another she appears in yet another movie topless on my top 5 lists or top 5
Yeah.
lists.
Yep. Same here.
So she's like on
She's
a tear.
poison. Curse.
Yeah.
Well, which
Yeah.
is
40% on my list.
because I like her as an actress actually.
Yeah.
You know, she's done a few things that I really like. The Casino Royale and a few others, but yeah. Anyway.
All right.
My top 1 was Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire universe on a thumb drive.
Yeah. Super thumb drive.
Oh, good.
I actually really thought the movie was going to be good. I was really looking forward to it. I love the previews. I love ScarJo, and then it was like just. I came out of that movie trying so hard to find something about it that I liked, and I just couldn't find anything.
That's because there was pretty much nothing to like in that movie.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I go on a length. Anyways, Ryan, you're number one worst movie of the year.
300. Rise, Son of Rome. I mean, Rise of an Empire.
Son of Rome.
Yeah, 300. Bad.
Real bad.
Like, they
So
didn't even
terrible.
bother to try and make it its own movie. Like, it was still half borrowed from the first movie.
Yeah. Like, they're like, well, I can see the producers and the writers getting together going, well, we got to take what was the best about the first one and find a way to reconnect and make it strong. And they're just like, well, we could always just copy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
You
that
always
works.
just tell the exact same story.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much the exact same fucking story. And then on top of that, it's like, they're like, well, let's get the main protagonist here, who's gonna be like Leonidas, but not as cool in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And then let's take everything that was awesome about what is her character's name?
It doesn't matter. It's
Mm,
Lena Headey's character or the other?
yeah, Lena Headey character.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name is.
Queen Golga or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember. But like she was awesome in the first movie. She was freaking cool.
yeah.
And they just went out of their way to undermine everything she did in the first one. With her again as the same character. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. It just took a crap on everything the first one did right, and then just like upped everything.
Celebrated it.
Yeah. Celebrated the fact that they're fucking up everything that the first one did right.
Right.
Dude, but they had the secret weapon. It was a horse.
Yes.
For the tide of battle, bro. A single horse.
Yeah, it took me a second to like figure out that when they brought the horse out that was a secret weapon.
Right, I know. I thought he was gonna like ride to the secret weapon.
Yeah, like I thought that was exactly right to the secret weapon. I mean, when that horse reared up, when the two ships crashed together, I started instinctively pressing the X button on an Xbox. I was waiting for like that thing to come. I was like, "Come on!" This isn't a video game. Oh,
Right.
this is a movie. Oh, I paid IMAX prices for this. Oh, okay. All right.
All right. What's your number
we
two?
certainly
Remy?
did, didn't we?
Yeah.
My number 2 is Lucy. It only managed to squeak past Sin City 2 because I was less excited about it.
Oh, you there, Remy?
Hello?
Yeah. He said he chose Lucy.
Oh, okay. See, Sin City 2 was my number 2. I think it just reversed, for me. But so, what was your number 2, Ryan?
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Dubstep Remix Edition.
Dubstep remix edition. Oh, God.
Yeah, that was my number 3, and for good
That was
reason.
my number 3
That's
as
a
well.
terrible movie. Yeah, terrible.
God,
Yeah,
terrible
there was
movie.
nothing good about it.
This is one of those movies that I wasn't really looking forward to, and it still disappointed the crap out of me. My expectations were already low, and they just, whew. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just terrible, just terrible.
Number 4.
My number 4 was 300: Rise of an Empire. I think that doesn't need. We went into depth about that one.
Yeah, we've already discussed that at length.
Yeah.
You can always listen to the podcast. What is it, episode? I think it was like 5 or 6, wasn't it, this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad, but I guess more about Amazing Spider-Man 2 though. I did want to talk a little bit more about how terrible that flick was.
We should.
Because
I agree. We should.
yeah. Well, here, you go ahead with your bit first, Rob, because I think we're probably going to just mirror each other a bunch in this.
Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just bad. The Electro was horrible, I thought. I like Jamie Foxx as an actor, I do, but I didn't buy his, like, I'm super sad that Spider-Man doesn't want to talk, like his Spider-Man obsession that immediately turns into, like, Spider-Man hatred. I just don't. It seems lame and cliche, and it didn't seem like
you forgot his name.
Real beef. Like, it looked like people, like, went out of their way to run into him as opposed to just ignoring him. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's a dick to him. Maybe he's a dick. Maybe he's the problem. You know, I don't know. It was bad. And so many scenes just horrible. We're not even going to talk about the Rhino and that whole scene at the end where that should never have happened.
You're brave, boy.
They need to learn to end a comic book movie on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Let us come back next time to figure out what happens.
Right.
You know
Make
what's
us
funny?
buy that next one.
I honestly believe that this movie was worse than Spider-Man 3.
Oh, wow.
Stated.
I do. It did all the same things that Spider-Man 3 did at being bad. Way too many people, introducing way too many things. Like, just too much. Just too much stuff. And then on top of that, just having, like, absolutely terrible scenes, terrible writing, and, like, nonsensical plot. It's bad. It's bad.
Worse than emo Spider-Man.
Worse than emo Spider-Man, yeah.
Wow.
Well, he is pretty much already emo Spider-Man, so...
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Just without the black suit.
Right. Okay, my number 4 is Transformers 4.
Ooh, that's me.
Yeah. Just bad.
It's just too long, man.
Yeah. Really, we do not need a 3.5-hour long Transformers movie.
Right.
Not
even the Lord of the Rings movies were that long.
At no point do we need a 3.5-hour Transformers movie. Good.
Well, what kills me is that they have this 3.5-hour long Transformers movie. See, first of all, I didn't see it, so let me be, take anything I say with a grain of salt. But 3.5-hour long Transformers movie where the main reason why anybody went to see it was in the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They suckered people in. Come see this movie again, and we finally got the Dinobots in this bitch. We finally got the Dinobots in here. Come see the Dinobots. And they literally appear for the last 20 minutes and aren't even impactful for the 20 minutes that they're there.
How in the world do you do that? How do you take a 3.5-hour movie? That is just, I don't know.
Interesting factoid, since you have not seen the movie. We do, I believe, set them up for Transformers 5 to be terrorists in China.
Yeah.
Because we sort of just set them free in the jungle. Optimus just sort of sets them free in the jungles of China. Be like, okay, go be Dinobot, guys.
Wow.
So I believe that we're going to come back and use them as undercover agents against China in Transformers 5, Revenge Against China.
Revenge Against China. Dude, yeah, that's one of the things I hated about that movie. Is they're talking about how we have to minimize human casualties and destruction, yet they completely destroy. Was it Beijing? I think it was.
Yeah.
Wherever they were at, whatever city in China they're at, they just destroyed. I mean, leveled buildings, killed people.
Have you ever seen
gravity? Sorry.
No, well, this particular movie reminds me of something that I thought was funny. Have you ever seen these commercials with the comedian who does the washed up baseball player guy?
Oh yeah, Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers, yes.
Yeah, but that's not the name. Okay, hold on. The Googles.
No, yeah, but he calls up Michael Bay in one of the bits. He's doing as Kenny Powers, and it's all because it was all about shoes. This shoe commercial he was doing, but
Reebok, yep.
Reebok, right? But in the commercial, he's like, "Tell you what, Michael Bay, what we'll do is I'll get killed by terrorists, and then I'll come back, and you'll turn me into a badass robot with, but I still have my chunk."
Right.
And it just seems ridiculous, the plot that he's, Michael Bay's looking annoyed or something, but he basically made that movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's oh, I'm calling Michael Bay, and it's just a silly. He basically made this terrible movie. So
Yeah. Oh, and it was
Oh.
terrible. Make no mistake about that. It was terrible.
I mean, all of them have been terrible, but this sounds like it was extra terrible.
It really was. And for extra long, like, who buys buff-ass Marky Mark as, like, the crazy inventor dad who spends all of his time in the barn playing with machines? Really? Because it looks like Marky Mark do a lot of working out for that.
Right.
Also, how does Marky Mark have a 17-year-old daughter? And why is it that we have to make her 17 and then sexualize her? And then have a scene specifically telling us that it's okay
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
sexualize her because it's not against the law since she's 16 and lives in Texas.
Oh wait, seriously?
Right.
There's a whole scene for that?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the guy's got the article, the statute
right.
or whatever, a little card,
Yes.
like a go-to card, like a cheater card in his wallet.
Yeah, so that the
Wow.
statute says that it's okay because that's the laws in Texas.
So I guess you got to ask yourself: is he
Okay.
doing that because he's trying to convince himself that it's okay, or does he keep that with him just so that he can show it to her dad if that ever happens?
I
Which it did.
I think it's Michael Bay saying that he likes little kids. That's what I think.
I think it is too.
It might be. I don't know. But it just seemed unnecessary to me. And it was just bad. And then, like, at the end, when Marky Mark blocks an attack from the one mercenary transformer with his sword, even though, like, that guy's 9 times his size or whatever and has machine strength. No.
Right.
Marky Mark just got crushed.
Right.
I mean, I realize he doesn't complain about how buff he looks, but he's not that buff.
Right. Oh man. Okay, so my number 5 is The Hobbit.
Me too.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't even see it. I don't want to see it. I have no intention to see it.
It's the Hobbit Battle of the Fail Armies.
Yes. That was so freaking bad.
For
First
starters,
of all,
okay.
yeah,
Go
you,
ahead.
I say
All right.
first of all, they as I might be saying exactly what you were going to say, but they start off at the end of the second movie. They start the movie at what should have been the end of the second movie.
Yeah.
With killing of Smaug, which really, honest to
Smaug.
goodness, there's no reason why they should not have done that at the end of the second movie. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
They had to have some extra scenes with Alfred in there, bro.
Oh, you're probably right.
Because I guess Alfred's probably banging somebody, so he gets an extra screen time. I can't think of any other reason why he would get extra screen time.
Oh, by the way,
Because-
did you know your favorite actor was the voice of Smaug?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I said I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, I knew it when he did when he was doing the other the second movie.
Yeah.
Yes, Bumblebee Thunder Cunt.
Yeah, the same.
Okay, guys. Real quick interjection. New game. How many syllables does it have to be?
I love games.
3 syllables a name?
2, yes.
Okay, so
3
post it up.
syllables a name, hard, soft, hard.
Yes.
Preferably starts with a B and a C. You can mix
Right.
it up if you want.
Right.
Right.
We want the many names of Cumberbatch, and we want a list on the Facebook page by tomorrow at noon. So
I don't even. You
get
know what's
to it.
funny? I don't even know his real name anymore. I really don't. I don't.
It's Bumblebee Thunder Cunt, dude. I told you what it was.
Bumberbatch Thunderbee? What? I don't know.
See?
Just he's bad. I don't like that guy. It's because he's popular and everyone likes him, and that's why I don't like him.
He's such a hipster with Cumberbatch.
Bumberbatch Cunterbutt? What? I don't.
Yeah, that's his name. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
that's it.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Yeah, that's
yeah.
the game, guys. Gotta think up as many different names for. I don't know. What is his
Benedict
name?
Cumberbatch is his real name.
Benedict
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. No,
Benedict Cumberbatch
Okay.
is his
Benedict
real name.
Cumberbatch. Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it be nice if he actually heard this and then posted on the first post on the Facebook page? That
Well,
would
he
be funny.
wins. He wins.
Yeah.
That happens. He wins. He
But
beats
what
us.
does he win?
More fake names?
Right? Okay.
I don't
One of
know.
my big complaints about Hobbit Battle of the Fail Armies after after the fact that we start off the movie at the end of the second movie, like we didn't realize we should have shown that at the end of the second one. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we dropped this footage, guys. Our bad. Here it is, where it belongs. You know, is that they had Alfred there for comic relief, and I think I might hate him more than I hate Jar Jar Binks.
Wow.
Because he's absolutely pointless. It's not comic relief. He's not amusing. He's never funny, and we never get any resolution.
Wait, which one is he?
He just gets away with the gold at the end.
Oh, that dude. Oh, my God.
He just walks away with some gold. He never gets, like, stepped on or killed by an orc or his head cut off. We needed some resolution. There was none. And he had, like, so much screen time.
Pointless.
Like,
Pointless
seriously.
Pointless
He had almost as much screen time as Legolas, who also shouldn't have been in this movie doing Legolas things.
Same with the chick. I'm sorry, ladies, the chick didn't exist.
Whether she existed or not, she was better than Legolas.
That's true.
Even
That's
with
true.
her shitty love story. And I give that to her because they redeemed the love story in my eyes. Because at the end, spoilers here in case you haven't seen it, dude just straight up murders Keely right in front of Toriel. Just murders the girl that she loved. Just straight spike of his axe right through his heart, and then just drops him on the ground like he was trash. And I was like, oh, all right then. We are not going to let this love story resolve happily, so carry on.
Yeah, did not. Well, but here's the problem. Later on, she also was like, all of a sudden she was, I don't know. I know elves are supposed to be, like, immortal. Well,
right.
They don't ever, they age, they never age, let's put it that way. But, like, it was like the first time she'd ever felt anything in her life.
Right.
At the end, she's all like, why does it hurt? Because the dude you love just got fucking spiked through the chest and died.
Oh, God, yes. If this is love, take it from me.
Right.
Take it from me. Oh.
It was just over dramatic and.
Yeah, altogether not. I don't know.
Yeah, and then I don't know. There's a bunch of like, hey, we're gonna do. First of all, let me say, just from the book, the actual Battle of the Five Armies was hella cool in the book.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
And they fucked it up beyond all recognition. It was completely different.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. They just
not in a good way at all.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, the armies were a lot smaller than they were in even the Lord of the Rings movies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which I thought was weird.
I think it's the way it should have been. Like, in Lord of the Rings is sort of the culmination of everything. And this one, they wouldn't have had enough time to get together, like, that size of an army.
You're probably right.
You know, so the armies being smaller, I'm perfectly okay with. But there weren't 5?
No, there weren't. Not really.
It was the battle of, like, 2.5 armies?
There really weren't.
Because the orcs had their army. They showed up on the field like they always do.
Right.
The elves showed up with an army.
As they always do.
The dwarves showed up with a couple of platoons.
Right. It wasn't an army. It was a platoon. It was like a platoon.
Yeah. The humans were just the ragtag bunch that was left out of Lake Town. They weren't an army. They were barely a militia.
Right. They didn't actually have a standing army, and then the other like orc army that was supposed to be coming in just never really like.
Right. It's never appeared. And Beast is supposed to be the 5th army.
Yeah. And
they showed up for like 10 seconds at the end because we had to get one more eagle shot in here.
Right. Eagles.
Well, the Eagles did show up, though, in the book.
Well, I know. This is the one time I know they should be there, but they weren't. I'm saying, like, they just show up. Like, it seemed like pittance. Like, why bother having them show up at the last second to do essentially nothing?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, by that point in time, Legolas had already Legolased everything to death, so it was cool.
I want a gif where he's just saying "lol" the whole time as he's like rapid firing arrows everywhere, like
oh man, he's so bad. The one scene where they're on the crumbling tower and he's fighting Cyborg, and he like like stones are falling and he fucking wire foo straight up the stones or whatever, like jumping from falling stone to falling stone, going up the. Oh no.
I like how you call him Cyborg.
I like how you called it wire foo.
That's what it was. It's wire foo. You see that kind of stuff in wire foo all the time. Like in Chinese and Japanese movies where they're like bouncing off of sticks and stuff. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, well,
But
it looks worse.
CG version of it was CG wire foo, which makes it not even as good.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, and Cyborg. He was basically an orc that with like metal plate. He looked like a giant fucking cyborg.
Right, like he had like metal plates sticking out of him for no goddamn
Cyborg.
reason. What the fuck? Why are there metal plates checking out of him? And it does like what? Why does he have these metal plates? And why is he not dead from some sort of infectious disease?
He's an orc, dude. It's cool. They
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll buy that. He just has like metal parts sticking out of him, so fucking cyborg. And he was a big badass, but. And okay, Azog, the big bad guy at the beginning, why does he keep accessorizing differently in every movie? Like, he's got a stump, but every movie he's accessorizing it differently. In the first movie, it's like a little claw thing. Okay, that's cool. It seems functional and reasonable. That makes some sense. And in the second movie, he puts like a sticker on like a spike on it. I'm like, all right, I guess maybe the claw fell out or he got it
He's
caught.
gonna do some grilling, man.
Or something. I don't know. But apparently it's stuck in the same goddamn hole in his arm. And that's holding it there somehow. And in this one, he's got like an even different blade stuck into it because I guess.
Wait a minute. Are you
he
telling
lost
me
the previous one? I don't know what's going on.
Are you telling me that if you had only one arm and the other one was prosthetic, that you wouldn't have multiple prosthetics just for funsies?
Okay, I'm with you. Yes, I definitely would. But we live in a different era with different technology than he had. He's got a hole in his arm that I'm not sure how is keeping all of this shit in place. Because it's different sizes and shapes, and the hole in his arm changes to different sizes and shapes depending on what blade it is that he currently has equipped.
Well, maybe like he's borrowing Cyborg's technology.
Maybe he is.
Cyborg.
Maybe he's a cyborg too. Maybe they're both cyborgs. God, I hated this.
Enter Michael Bay.
The
Seventh Army.
And
then at the end, fucking Thranduil sends Legolas off to find the young Ranger Strider in the north.
For no apparent reason, just cause. It was very much just cause. There was no reason for it.
I realized that yes, Strider's not even born.
Well, he's like 20 at this point. He's 20 years old because he was like 85 or something in the Lord of the Rings movies. But that's like 60 years in the future. So Legolas has been hunting for 60 years for Strider? Is that what I'm to believe?
I guess they're chilling out.
Man,
That's why
I'm gonna nerd rage. I'm gonna nerd rage. I'm sorry.
No, in the Lord of the Rings, in the Lord of the Rings, he's known Strider for a while.
Yeah. He has known Strider for a while in the Lord of the Rings. Then they've been hanging out for a little while, but I don't know 60 years.
Right.
But
Right.
maybe Legolas is a little bit dumb, seems like, so maybe it took him that long to find him. Or maybe he was busy teaching Toriel about how much it sucks to not be with the one you love. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't find his love until Gimli later on. So.
Oh.
Look, they may not have said it happened, but they didn't say it didn't happen, right?
Yep. There you go. All I'm saying is I didn't see him hitting on any ladies.
What you're telling me is that you're in the, well, I guess what it would be, the legally camp. Like that's the partnership I want to see. Legally.
We need to write a ship fan fiction for Legolas and Gimli.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Or Legolas.
I would see that movie too.
Oh my god.
But it gave me the idea that we should write a movie for Rogan and Franco, where Rogan plays Strider, and Franco plays Legolas, and we do a buddy cop movie set in Lord of the Rings world with Rogan and Franco.
Trademark, copyright is ours.
So it would be
the 60. It's the 60 years in between.
Right. The 60-year movie. That's the time frame of the movie. 60 years. Oh man, it was bad.
Aim for the bushes.
It was just so much not good about it. Thorin like I could have done with about 25 less minutes of Thorin being all, "No, where's my stone?
Oh yeah.
I love gold. It's the best." And the whole trippy scene that they put in with like him pretending he's falling into the now solid gold lake that they put inside the throne room by exploding the giant gold dwarf in the second one, that was awful. Could have without all of that, basically. We get it. Thorin's got the gold sickness. We all understand. You don't have to keep reminding us every 3 minutes. And then show us a scene with Alfred again immediately after that. We don't...
Stealing said gold.
Right.
And getting away with it.
Yeah. And just generally being a complete and utter useless human being. We know he's a useless human being. We got it. We got it after like scene 2.
But we didn't kill him for it. We just let him get away.
Right. We just let him get away because there's no punishment for that guy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they tried to set up this scene where you're like, "Oh, it's all ending and it's so sad. He's had to see all these guys go." And he turns around and looks at the dwarf, and I'm like, okay, other than old guy and good at fighting bald guy, no one is left that I care about. There are other dwarves here. None of them matter. They're not even real people.
Right. The other dwarves that didn't get enough screen time are really enough, like... Because here's the thing. At the end of the book, I think there's like 3 fucking dwarves left. Almost all of them died.
Oh, yeah. Even Thorin.
Yeah.
Well, Thorin dies in this one, too.
Thorin dies in this one, but he's the only one who dies in this one.
But only because Bilbo runs out of rocks to kill war-trained orcs with by throwing them with his bare hands.
Yeah. Well, he's not the only one. There's one other one that dies, but only 2 of them. Like Thorin and like...
Thorin and Fili and Kili. The two pretty dwarves and Thorin all die. The rest of them that you don't give a shit about live.
Right.
Like wise old dwarf guy, Balin and Dwalin both live. They're the only ones who even like I remotely know about.
Yeah.
Like this trilogy really makes me wonder if Peter Jackson really did the Lord of the Rings. I think there was a ghost director.
All the trademarks are there.
Yeah.
But he just tried too hard with this to like.
It's got to be it.
And I don't know if he was like, if the studio was sort of like, we got to do a lot of the same tricks. We need to have Legolas skateboarding down, ramps on his fucking shield.
Oh my god.
We got to have those sort of things because everybody loved those in the first one. I was like, everybody accepted that it happened in the first one because we couldn't stop it.
Right.
But I don't know if they loved it is correct.
What was your number 7 movie? We went on at length about Lord of the Rings as one. I think it was like number 6, wasn't it?
Well, it's number 5 for me, as far as worst movies go.
Number 6, I didn't really go further, but if I was going to, I would probably stick Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep, that's where I was going to end at, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
See, I would definitely stick RoboCop as worst.
Oh, I forgot RoboCop even existed.
Yeah, that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
At least there wasn't a Terminator movie to watch. Right?
Yep. Honorable mentions that I saw this year that didn't quite make the list. Mockingjay Part 1 was not bad. I did finally get around to seeing it. Gambler.
Yeah.
Was a really good movie. Really
Gambler. Wasn't that 2014 though?
Technically released in 2014. We did not watch it until 2015.
Okay.
But
I liked it. It was good.
14.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it as well.
Yes. But not quite top 10 based on what we already have.
Yeah.
Godzilla
is also right up there.
Yeah.
Fight scenes and the movie, I can't even think of what it is. The scenery or whatever, especially in Vegas, was awesome.
Yeah.
The Halo jump into the war zone. Oh, so
the Halo jump was so good. I love that scene.
Yeah, me too. Maleficent, I thought was.
Maleficent also.
Maleficent. That dude's voice was killing me.
On the good side. Oh God, I like that guy as an actor, but he was not the right cast for that role.
Maleficent. Yeah.
Just not the right guy for that.
No.
I Frankenstein on the bad side. It was bad, but not quite bad enough to beat out all the rest of these bad movies this year.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah.
It's on the Netflix now. You can enjoy it.
Oh, yay.
You sound very excited.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, it is 9:30 Eastern. So I mean, I guess we could. Well, I did a commentary yesterday, guys.
Yeah,
You
With
did a commentary. What's that?
yeah, a commentary.
Tell us
Well,
about your commentary.
what a commentary is when you watch a movie and then discuss it. We basically made fun of it, but it was for the podcast out of Portland called Not Another Podcast. I was with Sam Stark from that group, and it was a lot of fun. We sat around and we watched Zombiever.
Zombiever.
I love the name
Zombiever.
of that.
That's a great
Zombiever.
movie. That's a great
And
movie title.
I would love to sit here and discuss this movie with you guys, but you really need to see it on your own. So for next week, because we need to discuss this movie, it's awesome.
Where can we see Zombiever?
I think it's on Google Play. It's not on Netflix. Like, you're gonna have to rent it or buy it. Unfortunately, it's not a free option unless you do things illegally. But none of us do that. So,
Of course not.
but all I gotta say is Zombiever Bear, as in a zombiever that's really a bear, but a zombiever.
It's weird. Very
Yeah.
trippy.
Yeah, you got to see it now. But no, it's really cool. You can check them out at nototherpodcast.com. The commentary probably going up sometime next week, so I'll definitely put a link up to it if you guys want to listen to it. You recommend watching the movie with it, otherwise you're going to be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. We'll have to check it out.
All right then. All right. Well, I think we're pretty well done for this particular session. Ryan, if you want to take us out.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Future announcement. We do have RSGpodcast.com. We just haven't done anything with it yet, so that's coming soon. You can check it. Don't forget, if you're listening to us on YouTube, to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video if you like it. If you don't, then, well, fuck you. So, yeah.
If you don't like Big Red, fuck you.
Right.
Actually, if you don't like it, go ahead and leave a comment.
Yeah, please.
Just tell us why it sucks.
Yes, let us know why you don't like it. We'll respond in kind.
Well, I don't like you because...
Yeah. Check us out on Facebook at Random Subject Generator, as well as YouTube, Random Subject Generator. And yeah, thanks for a good episode 15, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Have a good one.